there was an announcement in the Times. They announced the job, they announced the vacancy. The announcement said that Advocate General Francis Jacobs, who was my predecessor and who was unquestionably one of the best advocates general that the court has had, they announced that Advocate General Francis Jacobs had indicated that he intended to retire, and they were looking for a new person to put forward to succeed him. I should say that the posts at the ECJ are on the nomination of member states. So each member state puts forward a candidate to be a judge, and when it's their turn, the member states can put forward a candidate to be an advocate general. There was an agreement, a political agreement between the big member states. So at the relevant time between that France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom, as big member states, would always have the right to put forward a candidate to be an AG. And then the remaining 3 posts, at the time it was only 3 other posts, the remaining 3 posts would rotate among the other member states. Then a little while after Poland had come in, Poland got the agreement that it, as a big state, because obviously it is a big state, it would also have a permanent right to nominate an advocate general. So then there were 6 permanent slots. The total number of advocates general went up from 8 to 11. So when I left the court, it was 11 advocates general, and the slots that had previously belonged, if you like, to the United Kingdom on Brexit then got reallocated and it went into the general rotation. So there are now 5 member states: France, Germany, Poland, Italy, and Spain, who have permanent slots, and the remaining 6 slots rotate between all the other member states. I very nearly didn't apply because I thought I was too young to stand any chance of getting the job, and I thought I wasn't well enough known in the UK. I was known in Luxembourg at the court because I had done a lot of cases before the court and I'd worked there in the past as a referendar, but I thought I wasn't very well known in the UK. And I was, after all, applying for the equivalent of a seat in the House of Lords, in the Supreme Court, because that's the level of the post. So very, very nearly I didn't put in. Then 2 nice female friends of mine got on to me and said, go on, you'll kick yourself if you don't apply. And they give the job to somebody who isn't very good. And so very much at the last minute, I did put in an application. It was so last minute that I had to go around in the middle of the night on my motorbike and hand deliver it to the Foreign Office, because I was in London then, but I was due in Cambridge to teach later in the day. And the only way I could think of getting the application in before the deadline was to go round in the middle of the night and deposit it personally. So anyway, I put the application in, and then they made a short list and they constituted a committee to interview the people who were on the short list. And really, to my surprise and to my enormous pleasure, I came out as the choice of the selection committee. The UK then put forward my name to a conference of all the member states acting together, because the actual appointment is not made by any member state. The appointment is made by all the member states, because the court, after all, is the institution which supervises everything that the member states and the institutions do. And so in a sense, you can see it's appropriate, it's natural that it should be the member states who decide collectively to make the appointment to the court. So the court knew me, and in a sense, I knew the court. Having said that, I do assure you that it was more or less a vertical learning curve once I actually joined the court. I mean, all new jobs are a challenge, and a big new job is a big challenge. Just a little further footnote to that, the procedure now, the procedure is different in each member state, but after the procedure in the member state, there is now a further step which didn't exist when I was first appointed. It did apply to my reappointments. There is a committee called the Article 255 Committee, which interviews and vets all the candidates who are put forward by member state. So when you are put forward by the member state, that's fine, but you haven't yet got the job. You still need to get through the Article 255 Committee. If you get through the Article 255 Committee, you can then be appointed by the member states.